Hey friends, come on in. This is Deb with Art and Grace. We're going to be painting some wisteria today, so I've got all my purples. So this frame I have been really enjoying using. It came from Michael's and it's a great size and it's just so pretty. I love the way they're made. I have already sanded it, any rough edges, and then I put a coat of multi-purpose sealer down. And that will give us, you know, a nice surface to paint on. Let's get started. I'm gonna grab my little messy palette here and put out some pretty colors for us. So I am in the mood for purples, and I thought wisteria would be really pretty to do. And wisteria is one of those flowers and that just kind of hangs down and almost is droopy, which I thought, well, how appropriate, because, you know, as I talk about Alzheimer's, it's a really kind of depressing topic, but yet look how beautiful a wisteria can be, right? So we can find the beauty in it, and there is beauty in it. You just have to make the best of it, I guess. So anyway, that's what we're painting today. Any flat brush will work, and I'm going to get that wet and then kind of come in and do a background of mixed colors. And I'm going to put our light lavender. I'm mixing some white with it to even lighten it more. I'll talk a little bit about our Alzheimer's fundraiser and event. We are definitely looking for more creatives to be a part. Even if you don't have a business page, can definitely be a part. You can always go to my website, artgracepaint.com, and read all about it. I've got a page there that talks about the fundraiser and what we do and why we do it and all of that, and ways you can sign up to help. It takes a lot of people to pull this off. It really, really does. I think I'm going to do that outer frame in just white. Oh, I love this white on here. These frames have been so nice to use, and if you get them on sale, they're not too expensive. Let me dry this. The Alzheimer's Association has a ton of resources on their website, alz.org. We're going to have it just kind of draping down right from here from the top. So if we have a branch maybe kind of coming across like so, and then you can just have everything draping down. Love how they hang down. And let's think. So we want it to kind of come all the way down, I think. And it will start kind of maybe about here, and we'll have lots of little offshoots. Like so. Does anybody have wisteria in your yard? And that's just kind of our little guide. I'm going to use a round brush. You can use a filbert or a round for this one. And getting it wet, dried it off, and then we're going to just start making our little petals. I'm going to dip into the purple Pizazz, and then we've got our lavender haze and a little white, and just start. I think I'm going to start at the top where our petals will be the biggest, and just start doing our petals, and then I'll do our green part. So I'm doing petals first. They're going to kind of drape all over. So there we go. And then you'll add some, so they don't have to stay on our little branch. That's just our guide to kind of, you know, keep us in line. And just keep dipping and getting more paint on your brush, and you're going to get a little bit different colors in there each time if you'll do that. And just let all of these pretty purples kind of mix. And they're all kind of, most of the petals are going to be kind of draping down. That's why I think it's kind of a cool thing for Alzheimer's. And because, you know, as you deal with people with Alzheimer's, it's just so sad, because they kind of get sad. They know something's going on. but yet there's still this beauty, you know. I feel like my mom, I ended up seeing her like a child, you know, and so when you can kind of see them in that way, and the way that God sees them, it's a lot easier to be patient and take care of them the way we're supposed to. And that is how you do those little petals. And then you can kind of come back and fill in. I like to have some dark ones in there as well, like that. So just kind of coming back in and adding in some dark, especially up here where it's more abundant. You can do this really fast. It's just a fun, whimsical painting. So let your brush do the work, you guys. Get you, this is my, you know, I say my favorite, it's my favorite inexpensive set of brushes. Probably my favorite set right now is these, but this brush would be great if I was using a larger surface, and this brush would be great if I was using smaller. So I pulled this one because this is just about the right size for this frame. But the brush will do the work for you. And then kind of coming back with little bits of white. Give these things a little highlight. You can do this quick and easy, and this would be a beautiful card, wouldn't it? Somebody would love to get a card like that. Little circles, not really. You're letting the brush do the work, and so, you know, this is a round brush, and if I just press it down and then pull it up, it's sort of a, you know, petal shape. It just makes a petal shape on its own, and you just keep doing it, dipping into your colors as you go, and it just gives you a really pretty blend. And then work your way down. And I usually come back with some white, add a little white. But who would ever think you could do them this quick? And it's just a fun, whimsical, sweet little painting. And for me, it has meaning, you know. I know that this is for my Alzheimer's event. I will be putting this in my Etsy shop unless somebody tells me they want it, and then that will save me the work. And I am using a lot of my proceeds that I make from my Etsy right now to boost up my totals. I think it's going to take a lot this year to even, you know, be proud, because you know how it is. We're all in the same boat as far as prices are high, everything's going up, and so to even make any kind of dent, it's going to take a lot of people getting involved and helping and doing what you can. So if anybody wants this painting, let me know, and all you'll have to do is make a donation to using my link to the Alzheimer's Association, and I'll mail it to you. But otherwise, it'll go in my Etsy shop, and then hopefully somebody will find it and buy it. Okay, let me step back and take a look. I'm going to do my branch and my stems, and that will help. Okay, let's grab this is Hauser light green, and I'm going to kind of have that coming off our branch. I know I'm kind of doing this a little bit backwards. Usually I do my branch and my little stems, but I like to kind of have them peeking through. And so that's why I drew my little guide when I started with the chalk, just to kind of keep me on track. And once you get your petals in, then you can add that green. You can do it either way. I like to see some of the green peeking through. Hold, please. Thank you. My kids gave me, I think they've given me all of these, to be honest. Yes. This one is my newest one. And I got this for Christmas this year. And when I opened it, I could not figure it out for the life of me. This WTAW. Do y'all have any idea? I've probably told my VIP group, but does anybody know what that might stand for? You know, I just couldn't figure it out. And it's something that I have always said to my kids since birth, you know, like really when they were toddlers and up, because I always wanted them to know you can do anything. Just put your mind to it, figure it out, you'll find a way. It's where there's a will, there's a way. I'm going to get out some brown. We're going to do a little branch coming across. I would love to do my bathroom in these colors. But we are pretty neutral and earth tones around here. That's probably why I love color in my art. And then we're going to do lots of leaves. I'm going to take that brown, move some over here with some white. And give this a little highlight and interest there. And then let's do some of our leaves with this beautiful Hauser green. And I am using this brush. These brushes work so well. And we're just going to have all kind of leaves up here. Let your brush do the work, you guys. So true. And in this world, boy, they need that reminder, because the world's always trying to tell you who you are, who you're not, right? All the lies. So yes, that's right. You are a child of God, and don't forget it. Okay, now I did pull some yellow to put with this, and we've got our white. So just a little, that's really too much yellow, but that's okay. And then a little white. Add some highlights on these leaves. Hope y'all are seeing how easy this is. It's really fun and relaxing to paint. So if you haven't tried it, give it a try. And this type of painting can be the best thing for you. You know, this is what this is how I started doing what I do, is going through Alzheimer's with my mom. I had to have an outlet. And you'll think you don't have time. You know, you're so busy caretaking and advocating, but if you don't take time for you and do something just for you that brings you some relaxation and a little bit of joy, you can really get down yourself, you know. So take the time to do something that helps you. Bring in some darkness in here. We haven't been going too long, and you've already got a pretty painting. I always say this would be so pretty on a card, and it would. Let's just take a look and just see what we need, if we need anything. You know, I always take a run through. So I'm going to put a little bit of white with a little lavender on my brush and just see if I might need any more. Sometimes I feel like I need a little more highlight in these. See, I do paintings like this and I'm like, oh, I would love to do my whole bathroom in these colors and have, you know, this hanging on the wall and a pretty candle in the bathtub, and then the next day I'll paint something else and go, ooh, that'd be so pretty. I love color. I think we're about done. You can put a little yellow in this. Sometimes I do, because some of the buds will have little yellow bits on them. It's just, you know, if you want to. I'm going to take that green we mixed up, add a little more white, and that will be my final highlight for our leaves. And I think that is it. Oh, white pearl. Oh, yes, I wanted to add that white pearl. White pearl gives everything such a pretty effect, and I love it on these frames. So if you came on late, I've been kind of chatting a little bit about my 6th annual Creatives for Alzheimer's event. If you're a creator and you'd like to be a part, maybe auction, you know, create something and auction it, or, you know, have a part in another way, please sign up. You can go to my website, artgracepaint.com, and click on the Alzheimer's tab. And you can also, if you just want to help me raise money, maybe you can send, you know, your request to family and friends, or put it on your pages. You can just go sign up to be on my team. I'll hold this up to where y'all can really see in the light. It's so pretty. And that's it. So easy. In 30 minutes, friends. You can do this in 30 minutes. I hope that you'll be a part of the fundraiser, or at least share out this video so that others might see it and be a part, and help us end Alzheimer's. We really need it. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.